Hey guys, we're back with another deck review video. This time, the deck was sent in by a YouTube comment from a person named Ale. So I imported both of his decks, and just like before, I have not looked over them. I legit just pushed the export button and exported it into my deck section. These are both of his. Um, don't know anything about them other than the champions here. Uh, Ezreal Ashe seems interesting just off the bat, so I kind of want to take a look at this one. So that's the one we're going to look at first. What do we got going on here? We got Ezreal Ashe, Heimerdinger, okay, Avarosian Sentry, very good. Icevale Archer, very good, right? Brimfang Wolf, yeah, we have a lot of Frostbite, good. Rhymetuck, very good. Corina Veraza. I mean, we do have a lot of spells. I've never played with this card, so it's hard to judge the straight power level of it. But nonetheless, it's pretty decent. So we don't have too many high level spells. We jump from 3 to 6, and we have 4, 5 or higher, or even 4 or higher spells. So with Heimerdinger, that's going to be a little weak unless you cast one of these. Even if you cast like a lot of 2s, like Scrap Dash Assembly and Mystic Shot, you still only get a 2/1 with Tough. I mean, it's a free 2/1 with Tough, but still, you kind of want to play bigger spells with Heimerdinger to give him more value. So you might need to relook on the Heimerdinger thing. Thermogenic Beam, I probably wouldn't run 3, because this can clog pretty easily. Brittle Seal's good. Rummage of 3. Well, I guess you could rummage out the dead things in your hand. Scrap Dash Assembly, I think it's just easily replaced by Jury Rig, because this is literally a 2 mana get 2 1/1s instead of a 1 mana get 1 1/1. Jury Rig is also burst, and you can discard it with Rummage to give you the 1/1 without actually playing it. So I think Scrap Dash Assembly is just inferior to Jury Rig in 99% of cases. Yes, this does give you 2 bodies to block for 2 mana, but I think the versatility with Rummage is just too good to pass up. So we're going to take this out for Jury Rig. Good. Pretty good. Very good. Overall, this is a pretty decent deck. I would not change much, but we'll go ahead and do those changes that I did off. Oop, why'd I pick that? So we'll go ahead and do those changes that I just talked about. And I click the same button again. So we will take out the 3 Scrap Dash for the 3 Jury Rig, because I believe that Jury Rig is just straight up better. When cast or discarded, so when you cast Rummage, you will get a 1/1. And it's a burst spell, so you can surprise block with Jury Rig. So I flat out just believe that Jury Rig is better than Scrap Dash Assembly in general. 3 Thermogenics, I think, is a little overkill. But we'll drop 1 Thermogenic, and I don't think... Yes, Heimerdinger's fun, but not with the amount of higher level spells we have. Because if we look at Heimerdinger... Oop, Oh, I just added a Heimerdinger. Whoops. I cannot look. Okay, well, depending on what level spell you cast, the power of the turret increases. And since we have a lot of lower level spells, you're not going to get too much power out of Heimerdinger. And because we're not getting too much power out of a Heimerdinger, a 5 mana investment for a 1/3 is a little weak. So I don't think Heimerdinger is fit into the deck very well. So we can take out both Heimers and maybe add... It looks like we're going with more of an Ashe than an Ezreal, but Ezreal also does fit well with the Frostbite mechanic. So I guess we can just add one of both, of Ezreal and Ashe. We will add in Ezreal if it wants to. There we go. And in Ashe. And now we need to find 1 replacement for Thermogenic, because I think 3 Thermogenic is just a tad overkill in general. That's good. We could just add another Icevale Archer. Icevale Archer is phenomenal. or we can find something late game-ish that we can add other than Karina, because the highest level minion we have is the Rhyme Tusk, which is pretty weak. So we can find a one of, or we can take one extra rummage out and find something of a higher caliber to add in. Because right now this is basically I'ma kill you with Ezreal and nothing else kind of style. What else? What options do we have here? Um, hmm. Questions. I will come back when I find the card that I'm looking for. And we're back. So I took out one Rimfang Wolf because 2 is enough. It's not. I mean, having 3 would be nice, but 2 is enough. And I added 3 Avarosian Hearthguard because this card's just absolutely nutty. It's probably should be nerfed. Because when you play this, it's going to buff the rest of your deck by +1/+1. So your Avarosian Sentry becomes a 2 mana 3/2. It doesn't buff Rummage, sadly, but your Iceveil Archer's a 4/2. Ezreal's a 2/4, which is way harder to get rid of. You can't just, you know, whatever the Jinx spell is to get rid of it, get excited it. Ashe becomes a 6/4, and then when evolved, a 7/5, which is super good. So I think just her Avarosian Hearthguard is too good to get rid of. But all in all, I didn't have to change much at all. The deck you had originally was good. It wasn't bad at all. Like that deck was completely playable. I just added in Jury Rig basically instead of Scrap Dash Assembly. Got rid of one Thermogenic, one Rummage, and got rid of the Heimerdingers for an extra 3 Avarosian Hearthguards, and we put in 1 Ezreal and 1 extra Ashe. And that's about all I did. So, good job on you. You made a pretty fantastic deck off the bat. I hope these little changes help you out, because Avarosian Hearthguard is just too good to pass up 99% of the time. It's going to buff your Ezreal to keep it alive, because Ezreal seems to be the main win condition here, the amount of spells we have. So, super good. Yeah, your deck was phenomenal, and I was surprised. So thank you for sending in your deck. You sent me in another one, and if we do not get any more submissions, I will go over either that one or not a duplicate, but another deck someone else sent in from earlier. And I will see you guys tomorrow.